Hey friends, today I'm going to show you how I make my own sea salt. I recently visited St. Simons Island, Georgia, and went out on the beach at Massengill Park to enjoy a beautiful sunrise. While there, I collected a couple gallons of water from the Atlantic Ocean. Today, I'll show you how I turned those 2 gallons into a half a pound of sea salt. Now, a lot of people might wonder, why in the world would you bother with making sea salt? My wife asked me that question. You know, you can just go down to the store and you can buy that. But isn't that true of most things? I mean, you can go to the store and you can buy cucumbers and tomatoes and peppers and all of that. Why would you want to grow them yourself? It's a lot easier to buy it from the grocery store. But I just love to do things myself. And so I try to figure out how I can do it. And then the cool thing about it is you always know that you did it yourself. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I made my own salt. And I will always know that this salt that I'm using when I'm cooking or canning or whatever I use the salt for, this salt, I made it myself. And it came from St. Simons Island. Now this 2 gallons of seawater has a little bit of sediment in it, some sand and other things that are in the water in the ocean. So we're going to filter that out. We'll need a funnel. Since I'm on vacation, I don't have all my tools at home, but we can use what we have. We can use an old bottle of water. We just cut that, use it to make a funnel. Then we can fold a paper towel and turn that into a simple filter that will filter out most of the sediment in the salt water. So we'll just pour the water through the funnel and filter out any sediment that's there. It won't filter out the salt because the salt is dissolved in the water. From 2 gallons of water, we'll get about a half a pound of salt. You want to put the water in a pot and you want to boil it on high. It'll take about 2 hours. Some of the salt water might sizzle out onto the stovetop, but don't be too concerned about that. It's easy to clean up. When almost all the water is gone, you'll start to see the crystals forming. And when the water is really almost gone, you want to turn off the heat. Because at this point, you don't want to scorch your salt. And you'll see all of the crystals at the bottom. Turn off the heat and allow the salt to dry for several hours without any heat. After the salt is dried out completely, you want to scrape the salt out of the pan. Most of it will be loose and easy to remove. Some of it may be stuck to the sides of the pan or on the bottom. You can scrape that out. It's not necessary to get it all, but you can get it if you want it. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 13, Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth. But what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless." Salt is so important in life. But what if you didn't have any salt? Salt is used as a preservative, and salt brings out the flavor of the food we eat. Why make salt, right? I mean, you can just get it at the grocery store. It's kind of weird, kind of different to make your own salt. But so what? What's wrong with being different? Different is good. It's like being the salt of the earth. But what good is salt if it's lost its flavor? Don't try to be like everyone else. Try to be like the person God made you to be. And if that means you're different than everyone else, good. Because there's plenty of the sameness to go around. So be different and be proud of it. Get out there and grow and be fruitful.